As a concerned Kenyan, we can publish reports every week, but that's just another document that we have on top of the other legislations that exist in the country that have not yet been fulfilled. When news stories on corruption and hard economic times are what fill our minds, we end up going into survival mode where I'm just thinking about myself, go out, get that bag, come back to my house, and not even think about a collective gain, about a communal goal. We don't have any sort of common goal to accomplish for all of us. Everyone is just thinking for themselves. What Kenya needs as a country is just to bring back the values that once reigned our country, where we had integrity, and to also know that the rule of law applies to everyone, and especially to those who break it. It's very hard to convince someone to follow the law truthfully and make their honest living while someone else is stealing and looting and living their best life. Before we even go and say that we're bringing in something else to unite us, to bring prosperity, no, we have a constitution and we have a Bill of Rights, we have a national anthem, and of course the loyalty pledge, which I believe are very, very good references to use if you want to unite a country, if you want to bring back values to a country. There are those references that we have ignored, and we're trying to just pile up on documents on other solutions which are just reiterating what we had before. We used to recite those things back in school, and now as an adult I can't remember the last time I had to sing the national anthem. I mean, it was just played in the background when during an event I attended. The loyalty pledge, I've not said it since high school. I'm sure so many Kenyans don't know the words, the full words to the national anthem or the loyalty pledge or any other kind of statement that as Kenyans we're supposed to know by now. Most of us haven't even read the BBI report and we are already commenting on it. I think some of us have checked out as citizens. We're just no longer connected to it. We are just, we were born here, so we live here. I was joking with a friend of mine who was saying if he doesn't even have to be offered money to leave the country and go to another country and become a citizen there, he just has to be given a passport and he'll go. And I was even saying how myself, you just need to point me in the direction and I'll be gone. That's just the reality. Most Kenyans, if they had a choice, they would not be here because of just how it looks like currently and how the future just doesn't look so bright. There was this stowaway, we're still trying to find out who he is, who boarded a plane in July, and he fell off the plane when it arrived in London. I was just thinking, man, this guy risked his whole life just to leave the country. You have to understand how much this guy was fed up and he hoped that he could find something else out there. Obama's mantra back in 2008, saying yes we can, actually inspired so many Americans to just believe in something else for the future, that through hard work and commitment that they can actually do something. They can, and it spoke to the rest of the world also. Yes we can. It wasn't just for him to say yes we can win elections, it was for him to say yes we can do this, we can do that. And it brings back a sense of confidence in a population. Lupita Nyong'o's quote, "No matter where you're from, your dreams are valid," coming from someone like Lupita, who maybe Hollywood would not have accepted her had it been 20 years ago, and now she is winning Oscars and she's actually doing her thing, and inspiring so many other people out here that no matter where you're from, your dreams are valid. Those are things that we need to bring back constantly and be reminding Kenyans. Maybe we'd remember that, yeah, we can do this, our dreams are valid, notwithstanding the fact that sometimes it's difficult. It's easier to work towards your dreams, knowing that if you work hard, you actually get it. Doesn't mean that you work hard and someone else gets it. Most recently also Eliud Kipchoge, no human is limited. That is one of my most favorite 2019 mantras, because I ran with that thing. I ran with it completely. My Twitter name became No Human is Limited for a long while. And it's just, just the reminder that you can actually do something when you put your mind to it. Of course, we are limited in so many ways, but then when you believe you're not limited, it means that you have some sort of freedom or ability or permission to even just go forth and do whatever it is you had put your mind to do. And the fact that he actually began this journey with us, telling us, I'm going to do this, I'm going to show you that you are not limited. And this guy knew very well that for him to beat that 2-hour mark was going to be a very difficult uphill task. He would have to have a lot of assistance, the maximum support that anyone can have to beat that feat, and he did it. And so no human is limited, truly, if you put your mind to it. Martin Luther King Jr., I have a dream. I feel it gave people some sort of hope of something else that's going to happen in future that is new and possible, and you don't have to look at now, you have to just work towards it, and we sometimes forget to dream. We forget to imagine something different happening, because I'm pretty sure if Martin Luther King Jr. came back today to the world or to the US, he would see some parts of his dream being accomplished. Of course, not everything is perfect yet, but it's definitely at a better place than where he left it at. And that's just the whole aspect of having hope towards something better, towards, it starts from within, towards something better. President of China, Xi Jinping, his emphasis on friendship, China and Africa, friends, China and US, friends. It's like that's the most commonly used English word for him, friends, friendship. Even there was a quote that he was saying about how, he's saying China and African countries are destined to be good friends, good brothers and good partners. He's emphasizing on friendship, not even partnership. Friendship, we are friends. I was like, yeah, actually, you giving that impression of friendship, of brotherhood in a way, kind of lessens the whole aspect of we're coming to do this business with you and it's costing billions and you're gonna owe us money. He's bringing the idea of friendship so that you see it as a friendly thing. You're not being colonized. Honestly, it's a choice. It's actually something positive for the countries that they partner with. Okay, I'll go deeper onto that in another video maybe, but I'm just emphasizing on the fact that he's bringing it out in words to kind of instill some sort of value, to shape a type of interaction. And for Kenyans, I think we don't have that much of a stronghold on beliefs and values. We don't really have that much of common agreement between us. I feel like we're not so inspired to love each other, to work with each other. We're not so inspired to partner or to have unity, national unity. I feel like we're not really that driven to improve ourselves and our communities, our cities. We just need a reset. We need to bring back the culture of proper morals, proper uprightness, honesty in seeking a living. We need to have truthfulness in our dealings, transparency. We need to have inspirations to start the new businesses and to know that next year I'll be able to pay my taxes. I won't be kicked out of my home. I won't be kicked out of my office space. Knowing that the elections will come and go and we won't lose business because we're going back again to vote again because the previous elections were rigged. Such kind of instability is not necessary at all for any country, for anyone. But I feel like it starts all the way from the top, because we listen to whoever is at the top, most of us. The person really has to show us that they really have our best interests at heart, and not just during the election period, also during their term. We really need to have values instilled back into institutions. We need to have values instilled back into people's hearts. owning your own country means that you actually believe in the laws and you believe in the cultures and the actual things that keep it together. You know, peace, love, and unity are not just words thrown around. It's not inner peace, not inner love, not inner unity. It's about outward peace, outward love, and actual action especially when it comes to resources, especially when it comes to government property, government services. Exercise some sort of diligence, some sort of responsibility, trustworthiness, and transparency. There's so many words I could throw that we just need to be like, should be said several times to us, so that we have them in our minds every day as we go to work, as you go to service, you go to do something for someone else. You know in your heart you should do your part so that someone else also does their part, and as a collective whole it's something worthwhile in the end. Basically, we're not perfect, but if everyone just takes their responsibility and does their part, with time the peace comes. With time the values are restored, but it will take a good while, because it took quite a good while for the values to be watered down.